Okay, so if I can stop laughing enough to focus in, I'm trying to remember. It was last week, the week that we had some using the Visions of Life tarot. We're using this deck. Was last week the one where we had? I haven't gone back and checked. The one where he's looking up at the sky and there's a big tomato, big old tomato coming out his head. Oh, because if that's the case, then of course last week's reading would still be applying to today, Friday, March 31st, which is the day I'm doing this. But anyway, what I want to do is focus in on, for this week only, and I think I definitely will use a kipper right after this. With this deck, I want to see how he's really feeling, even though he may act otherwise, and what's coming at him as well. But I want to know how next Tuesday is going to go for him on April 4th. Like, how's he feeling? Will he go willingly? Also wondering if there's going to be a gag order on him. Yeah, I mean, wow. Okay, so but this one's just focusing in on the Alvin Bragg case with, I guess it's Judge Merchon, the guy that presided over Weaselberg's trial. But this is 34 separate charges or counts. Some of them could be conspiracy charges. And some of them would be, remember what's her name? Karen McDougal and Mr. Pecker's catch and kill, scheme for the National Enquirer. I bet you there's a lot more of those. Because I was reading this morning, Joyce Vance's newsletter that she puts out, and she was trying to figure out how did they get to 34 counts, right? And she's saying some of them could be conspiracy charges, that sticks in my head, and probably falsifying business records. So anyway, that'll come through in the kipper. Let me just focus in on how's he doing. This one's popping up. He's about to get some edumacation. On one other level, I feel this is him just looking to see. He could be so oblivious, right? I mean, this is the way the born psychopaths fall. Like, they don't realize they're smart to only up to a certain degree, and then evil is very stupid when, the forces of justice come down. But anyhow, I think this is him looking for new ways to grift. And these are also, they're not really pentacles as in coins, they're clocks. So I think he might be pretty concerned about it. And then this is also, pages are, our younger age type of a person. So I feel like that has to do with his immaturity, the place where he's in his arrested development would be a good way to put it. Remember that show? Yeah, and here's his greatest challenge is the Emperor. Who really has control over him? And also, in the challenge position, we read it like a reversal. So, of course, that has to do with his big, fat, overblown ego and his abuse of power, right? That's what's coming down on him. And this is him at 13 years old when he got sent away to military camp, military whatever, private school. All right, how's he really feeling? Yeah, again, he's just looking for ways to grift. Looking for ways to grift, and he's going to use this opportunity. Ten of Pentacles, yep, he's going to use this to just keep grifting off of, maybe these are older people that don't know better, his base. that are just crazy. Here's how he's really feeling. Who's going to whoop him upside the head, basically? That is a big transformational change coming in, a big transition for him. Look at that. You can grift all you want, but you're going to have to drop that piggy bank right upside the head. Look at those eyeballs. Ruh-roh. Yeah, Father Time is coming after you. 3 of Cups, he's going to have to look in the mirror. So right now, as it stands, he's looking for ways to grift and abuse his power. But then later on, when reality sets in, he's going to have to look in the mirror. And this 3 of Cups is, in the traditional Rider way, this is our card for, that's truly our card for, the women. And I just find it hilarious, actually. It's truly hilarious that a black man and a porn star start the process of really bringing him down, at least that we can see, Okay. I think we had this last week. The 10 of Cups, the happy family card is not a happy family card. This is the dysfunctional family. And he is worried about losing contact with Melania. Of course, she's been his handler, and who knows how much love there's ever been, if any, in that relationship. But, still, he has the facade of, owning her. And of course, it's not true. It's probably more the other way around. His destiny is coming for him. He does have, he is feeling optimistic, but, of course, he's a crazy fool, right? But with the Ace of Wands, he thinks he can handle this. Oh, but then we have the 10 of Wands, major overwhelm and inability to even handle what's going on his, with his social media is what I'm getting there. And then he's going to be wishing he had his freedom later on. And yeah, he's going to be recognized for something, but look at what that is. This is the World card, so this is an ending. Look at that. As he wipes his mouth. Wow, very telling. Yeah. So what I'm getting with this one is he feels like it's a nothing burger, and it might be compared to the other cases. So what I want to do mostly, for us, is because I could be wrong, but I feel like we're going to have to be pretty patient with this one. It could take quite some time. Someone using Ciro Marchetti's Kipper here. It could take, a very long time. And of course, when the stolen documents case comes through from Jack Smith, that could land him, in prison for 20 years. But with this one, DeSantis could screw it all up. So I'm going to assign, hold on, let me show you the card, because this is part of it. That one would probably be Don Jr. or some attorney. That, of course, would be Trump. But this other one, I want to assign this guy. I know he looks nothing like him, but he's a supportive older man. And he's not, DeSantis isn't that old, but I have to, well, actually. Yeah, let's not do that. No, I do want to keep the other one as Don Jr. I'm going to assign this one as DeSantis to see if he comes in and messes anything up. Okay? Let's do that. Okay. Because I'm wondering if DeSantis will screw this whole thing up, by not allowing him to be extradited from Florida to New York. But because that's what he's saying. But will he really do it? And my better question, I guess, with this would be, is he going to go willingly? Will there be a gag order on him? Will he violate it? Like, how's this going to go? Okay. All right. So here's the going to the jury trial, or going in to be fingerprinted, mugshotted, fingerprinted, maybe swabbed, DNA taken. This is his intimate space, and there's a very painful loss and an ending. This is someone watching him, surveilling him. This would be probably his Secret Service protection. All right, but how's this going to go for him? When we're looking at how it will go for him, just with this particular case only, it's not good. Yeah, it's going to take some time. It will end in a very painful loss for him, but it's going to take some time. I mean, it could take like 1.5 years or 2 years. I mean, he could friggin' die before then, right? And here's Melania, and there are their assets where there's a painful loss there, loss to his marriage, loss to his business partnerships that have been loyal, and because they've been, making tons of money laundering off of the backs of, people who can't fend for themselves, child trafficking, all of that. Okay, but just this case. So, of course, this is the court trial. We could put Alvin Bragg right here. Is going to come into his intimate space, and it will be a painful loss for Trump. He really isn't feeling well at all. But this is also a card, you know what? There could be a gag order on him, a gag order into his family and him, because this is my card for violence. And it's self-sabotage, right? And this could be the gag order right here. So I'm going to go ahead and predict that there will be a gag order somehow put on him and his family. So that would include Don Jr. And Melania's not going to say anything. She's not that stupid. Yeah, and notice our supportive older man did not show up. But what I'm seeing here, I have so many cards here that speak to conspiracy charges and money laundering. So that's where they're getting all those other, and that's why it's gone from a misdemeanor to felony. Now, I don't know if all 34 of those counts are felony charges, but it's gone from a misdemeanor to felony charges. So this does speak to, falsified business documents, right? Campaign finance crimes, things like that. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous. Besides, well, I guess one of them could have to do with changing an election, obstructing justice, and then trying to change an election in the beginning, because that's why he paid off Stormy Daniels in the first place. So, okay, let me go to the corners here. So this has to be Melania. I don't know if she testifies, or maybe she already has. Maybe she has flipped on him quite some time ago because she wants out from under all this, and maybe she's been protected, right? Because this card knights to the intimate circle of supposedly trusted people, and then back to the marriage card, and she's looking at her assets only, I would think. I'm seeing like asset seizure here to here, right? Okay, that makes sense. And then coming over here, this is his karma. We'll always remember, it's Jeffrey Thompson that taught me that this is the as you sow, so shall you reap, karma card. And his karma as an energy vampire and the grifter off of his people are here. I usually read the cards on many different layers, you guys know. So besides the money laundering situation, that would be conspiracy. Those would be RICO charges, right? Racketeering, influence, corruption, or conspiracy organization is what it's called. That is here as well as grifting off of his own people. His karma has left the station, to quote our other Jeffrey Bailey, our poet and author. And so in the future, I do see that he will be going in. I could be wrong, but I'm not seeing. Well, unless this up here is Trump, who stops and won't go in. If that's the case, he'll be brought in, I mean, it's not gonna, I don't think that, because what's his name's card didn't show up. Let me flip the deck over and see what was on the top. Yeah, so this would be the rules and regulations in the investigation. A mature woman. This could be someone who's, well, shoot, you know what? This could be Stormy Daniels right here. Or even Karen McDougal, could be both of them. And then, but we have foreign, there's that foreign influence there. Yeah, Ivanka is probably wanting to get away. And we do have imprisonment at some point coming through. But, unless I go through all these cards, I don't think I'm going to find, I think it's safe to say that DeSatan is Der Führer or whatever, DeSatan, is not going to interfere, even though he's talking big about it. It doesn't look like he's going to, unless he tries, because this could be a stop to the pathway, and he's trying to come from loyalty. But in the center here, the way it's going to go for Trump, his successful inner circle of money laundering, his transnational crime syndicate friends, of which they have built their assets, and he's done a great service to all of them by laundering money through all of his resorts. And the cannon, I'm hearing, the cannons are seeing, the cannon's going to go off at this, I just get nothing but RICO charges, conspiracy here, conspiracy charges. Yeah, so it does look to me like he will, based on these cards here, he will come in, because otherwise, if he doesn't, I think he knows that he would just be sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. And he has, this has kind of reminded me of that dream I had a long time ago, where he was sitting at a table, like at a desk, and I could see his sleeves, and then I saw men, one man on each side, black sleeves, white, so I thought for sure Secret Service agents come in and say, okay, like they're grabbing him, by the elbow here, and they're saying, okay, it's time to go. And he's like, okay, let me get my phone. And they're, no, can't take anything. We have to go. So I'm wondering if that's what's going on here. And it's a shock. There's helplessness with this card here and a painful loss. But as far as the one that takes him down, I don't know if that'll be it, because based on these other cards, I'm thinking it's Jack Smith that really gets him locked up first. But for sure, this case itself will be a painful loss and an ending, a final ending to his ability to amass any type of wealth, except for the fact that he's going to try to grift off of his, his own base, which is here. But this is a painful loss for his loyal, base of money launderers. And, and I do think he's going to have to go in. I mean, I do think he is going to go in because we have travel cards here. Well, you know what? Let me use the Lenormand and see from there, because it's not really clear here. Hold on. I'll just deal with these later. Yeah, let me grab this deck over here. Okay. So hold on. All right. Is he going to go? Is he going to go in, or is he going to fight? Will he go willingly? How's this going to go for him? Oh, that's good enough there. What will he do? No matter what he's saying in between, because who knows? Yeah, I mean, he's going to use this weekend to grift like crazy, and he has already taken in $1.5 million, and who knows who's holding that for him? But they'll find it. They always find it. It's not coming through in cash. Oh, I feel like drawing from a fan with this one. Okay. Will he go in? Okay, money, power, protection. There's that threshold he has to cross over. I'm feeling like this could be Secret Service agents. It's a real painful burden for him. So is he going to do it? For his own, this is a security issue. For this, not only the protection of the state of New York. Wow. Okay. Major security issue going on there. This would be travel to and from his residence. So he will. He will go in. Yeah. He will go in, and this would be with Secret Service backing him up. Secret Service protection right here. Let's see what was on the bottom, just for the heck of it. Yep, he will go. He will go, and we have the whole. Oh, he's going to be so angry. Oh, tummy troubles, health problems that will be exacerbated by this issue. Yeah, but he'll go. I do not have the mountain card to show that there's going to be an obstacle or a block, so that tells me, and based on the Kipper reading as well, that tells me that he's not able to, what's his name, Ron DeSantis is not able to, block anything. Either that or he'll just back off and he won't do it. So it's a lot of big talk, which, what's new, right? So, okay, well, I'm going to get this uploaded, and big hugs to you guys. Take good care. Have a really good weekend, and if you can, join Lisa and I tomorrow at noon Pacific time for our live stream, as usual, and bring your questions. Okay, bye.